Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever this message may find you. It is your girl, G's Louise, back with another message. I hope everybody is doing well, feeling amazing, feeling like new money, feeling like they ready for the next chapter in their lives, feeling like, come on, child, who does this person is not going, you know? It's just, I think she doesn't know how to bogart, you know, in traffic. But anywho, but yeah, I wanted to, today's message is about being selfish. You know, selfishness can really put selfishness can really put like a damper on relationships. You know, and it's not to say that, you know, everybody has been selfish at one point or another, okay? It's nothing to sit around and beat yourself up about, but it is something that needs to be addressed. It needs to be worked on, because let's just be real, right? Who wants to be with a selfish motherfucker? Like, who wants to even be around a selfish person? Just be honest. Like, and selfish doesn't always mean, oh, I'm not selfish because I give all the time. I buy things for people. Like, that's not, there's so many different levels to this shit, okay? Like, and I don't want people to get it confused with that, with giving, like, if you hand out money all the time, because there's a lot of people that are selfish with themselves, right? And I had to explain that to my sister, because she's a Gemini and she's very selfless, right? But she's selfish too in other ways, and she can be selfish with herself in a sense, and not with the people that she loves. But I just know that there are different levels to being selfish, right? And I think that we don't view things like that sometimes, and I'm here to bring that other perception, because looking at it from that way will help you to improve your relationships, right? And all of your relationships, if it's, and you know, and the older I get, y'all, I really value family. Like, my family is priceless, and not everybody in my family is blood, but a lot of, you know, of course, my blood family, but there's a chunk of my family that I don't really know, that I'm not that close to, that is in my bloodline. But I have a family that I call family, and it's priceless, especially with my son graduating this year, and I feel so amazing about it. I'm very proud of him. Everybody that has went through this process of their child graduating and them then going to college, it is a experience that it's a joy, you know what I'm saying? But it's stressful too. It's just stressful. So you know, it's good to have a support team and people that help you with your emotions or your finance or whatever is going on during that transition. But anyway, I'm getting off subject. But to be selfless. Now, let's just get to it. Let's get into it. Men are selfish by nature. Okay? I'm sorry for all the men that are out there maybe frowning right now because I said that, but this is true. It is a true statement that men are selfish by nature. Women are selfless by nature. We are nurturers by nature, right? That is why the man was put as the protector. And the woman is put as, you know, the nurturer. She is the one that is to be protected. But as we know, a lot of men do not fill those shoes. They stay in play mode too long. You know what I'm saying? Way too long. And I was talking to my brother-in-law yesterday, and I asked him, I said, if you know what you knew now, if you knew what you know now, would you settle down earlier and start building earlier with a woman? Would you choose whoever you're going to choose? And would you have done, because he's been settled for a while, because the way they are, even though I'm not with my son's father, but the way they are, period, they're like family men, you know what I'm saying? So they might have cheated here and there, but they aren't like habitual cheaters. Like, they just like they would rather just find, they lazy anyway. They don't want to goddamn be running around for keeping up with this and that one, and then they all of them be in their pockets and shit. Like, they're one of those type of men that's like, hell no, nigga, give me one of them motherfuckers, give me one good one, and let me rock with her ass and get on her nerves and she get on mine, and we just rock it out till the wheels fall off. But you know, there's different strokes for different folks, but at the end of the day, I can say they're all selfish, right? And I said, if you could start all over, if you could do it all over, would you start out earlier? He said, actually, I would. He said, but on another hand, he was like, if I wasn't equipped with what I know now at that age, I couldn't, because he said, you're going to mess it up. You know, we were talking to the boys, because all of them are at an age, you know, like my son is 18. His friends are around the same age, 18, 19. Then all his cousins is like in their 20s, or they're, you know, either they're late 20s, they're turning 30, or they're like maybe their early 20s. So like all these young men are like finding their way. And you know, it's really important for me, very important for me. It's like, it's a lot of pressure I probably put on my son, because I'm very adamant about men being men, man. I want y'all to stand the fuck up and handle y'all business. I don't want no slouch ass niggas around me. And I feel like my nephews and shit, they're gonna be those men. They already move like that. You know what I'm saying? And anytime they don't, I check their ass, because I'm a woman, and it's because I want them to be what they were put on earth to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to come out here and just be playing around for no reason, because it's like, it's so many other things to life. There's so many, and when you start to get older, that's what matters. It's your family. You sitting on the porch watching the other generation moving around and doing what they do, and you are there to assist and laugh with them, or chuckle up, you know, their mistakes and help them through it, and be like, you know, hey, you know, pat them on the back, whatever. This is what matters. But men have a selfishness about them, right? And they know what they want 9 times out of 10, right? And I feel like when they go through certain things in life, they begin to realize what it is that they need and want, right? But until they do that, they're not ready. A woman can never make a man be ready. And where we fall short at, ladies, is that we're not recognizing it in time, and we're allowing ourselves to go through a long line of hurt with a man that's not ready, knowing that he's not ready. Because a lot of us will get the clarity that this man is not ready yet mentally to be what it is that even they're saying they want to be. Because a lot of men will come in, they will love bomb you. Okay, they'll love with a whole fantasy. It's like, oh, but it's not to say that they don't mean it. Sometimes they mean it, and sometimes they don't. But either way, the woman has to be, she has to be strict, and she has to be aware and use discernment when entering into a new connection and noticing, hey, he's not ready. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't even mature at this time, but I remember dealing with somebody, and I remember him saying, I just remember a lot of, you know, him thinking that he was ready. And thinking, and I'm just looking at him like, ain't no way he ready. You know, and I'm like, I'm listening to what he's saying. I see how he's moving, but he's still saying, I just knew in my spirit that he wasn't ready. And I actually listened to myself. And I didn't allow myself to get attached to him. And see, ladies, that will save you, I mean, a lot of time. Okay? Because even if he's around still, at least you know you didn't get invested in it too much to where you're going to get your feelings hurt, and then you getting drugged through the mud, and then now you're bitter, and now you can't be good for the one that is ready. Because if the more time we spend with one that isn't ready, the longer, you know, I mean, the more damaged we become, and then the longer it takes for us to be able to connect with somebody who is ready. You know what I mean? So, because you got to think, while you're getting drugged through the mud and all that shit, you're not in a place where you can, energetically wise, you can't connect with the love, you know, that you're supposed to do life with, or that person that you can recognize as, because that's what it's all about, recognizing everything. Like, okay, this person that I love very much, or that I care for very much, because you don't even want to get to the point where you head over heels in love and all that shit. You don't want to go that far, because that's when it gets hard. That's when you're hurting. That's when, you know, you down on your ass looking crazy, fetal position in the middle of the floor. You know what I'm saying? Crying and boo-hooing and shit, looking crazy. Then everybody like, oh, just get up. And then you just looking like, man, you in a whole mood for like too long, right? So, ladies, men are selfish. Okay? They're going to do what they want to do for them. That's just by nature. You have to show people how to treat you. Like, even your children. You show them how to treat you. Anybody in your life, you're showing them how to treat you. And if they don't get down with the treatment, that means they're going to ghost you or leave, or the word, you know, how they use these new words now. But pretty much, they can't sustain a relationship with you if they can't stand what needs to be done to be in your presence. You know what I mean? Because a lot of men, again, they come in, if it's not easy for them, like especially in 2022, it's really sad to be single right now, because there's way too many options. There's way too many, there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of fakerman energy. It's like, it's not genuine. You know what I mean? Because people are just living, you know, and and you're supposed to do that, right? But a lot of times, okay, you got two ways it goes. You got men that are just like going through, and they're like a kid in the candy store, and they're feeling themselves, because some men either are feeling themselves early or feeling themselves later. Because we all know the older a man gets, the better he looks, right? So it's like, sometimes, if that's the case, right? Let's just say, if they're coming in and they're just like, they're going to say whatever. I told you in the other videos, they're shooting their shots. They're going to shoot their shot. I mean, you're beautiful. If you're beautiful, they're going to shoot their shot. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. They want that. They want you. They want that vagina. They want all whatever come with you until. Now, let's go. So, moving along. So, they go on. They shooting their shots. They just living, right? So, whoever rocking with them, right? If you pump their brakes, ladies, in any way, shape, or form, for whatever reasons, because you're showing them how to treat you, that is when things begin to get real, and you're able to see who you're dealing with. But if you allow things to just flow, and you just going whatever he says, and he love bomb you, coming in, boom, 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 girl, I want to marry you, girl, I want to have kids with you, because you know, if they see you and you valuable and you pretty, they're trying to bag you, because they want you to be, they see a way that you fit into their life. But if you're not doing what they want you to do, how they want you to do it, you out. Because you're not allowing them to, it's just not as easy as they thought. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times men underestimate women, and because I told you, they're selfish. So they want you to be this way. And if you don't, again, if you don't fit into that shit the correct way, you will be replaced. So if you were to go head heels in first and loving on them, because they, oh, just love, just open up to me, please. Like, just, and it's like, well, why? So you can, what are you in a rush for? You know what I'm saying? And they're love bombing you, they rushing you because they want you to fall in love with them. So you can be all sprung up and shit. Because they think if you're sprung up, you ain't gonna go nowhere no matter what they fucking do. I've had somebody tell me to my face, you ain't going nowhere. You're mine. That's rude to think. Isn't that a little bit selfish? No, it's a lot of bit. It's a lot of bit selfish. And it's absolutely unbelievable to me that somebody thinks that just because you love them, or that's your plan, if I get you to love me, no matter what I do, you're gonna still be there, and you're gonna deal with whatever I do to you. Not only is that disrespectful, but it's very selfish, very selfish, and it's an absolute slap in the face for you to actually get somebody to go to those lengths to get them to be, you know, in love with you or whatever, just to have them hold them in a place until you're ready. If you're not ready, you need to move, you need to get out my way and allow me to find somebody that is ready. Right? And that's the right thing to do. Because you're not ready. You're saying that you're ready, but you're not, because your actions show that you're not. And this is where the selfishness comes into, ladies. And honestly, back long time ago, these men have been doing what they want to do for, you know, a very long time. And the sad part is like, you can't, it's like you can't challenge that unless, I mean, you can challenge it, but I'm saying for them, they don't want that. They don't like for you to challenge that. And it's not that you're trying to challenge them, you're just trying to show them, I don't appreciate you know, whatever this treatment is, or however you're moving when it comes to me, I don't appreciate it. But they want you to be like this, you know, submissive, because we all have it in us to be submissive. We all have it in us to be the type of woman that, you know, bows down to what, you know, her dude or whatever, and trust him and will surrender and allow him to lead. But there has to be a respect, and there has to be a lot of trust there, because that's what gives you the peace to allow him to do that, to allow him into your life fully, to allow you to open up, to allow you to be the woman that you want to be, allow you to be at a sense of relief or exhale, like, whew, you know, I got somebody that I can lean on, right? It gives you that. But if you don't get that, you can't do that. You can't give that. So what's happening now is they want you to give that without getting what you need to do that, which is selfish. So there's a process. There's a lot of women that have been with their guy forever and went through the trenches with him, got drugged or whatever, and now the man is like kissing the fucking ground they walk on and getting on their everlasting nerve, because they like, goddamn, well, nigga, you're getting on my nerves now. At this point, I'm aggravated with you. But it's like, when I wanted you to do this stuff, you don't want to do it. It's like and I seen a meme, y'all, on Instagram the other day. It had me cracking up. It was like, are you single? Why are you single? And the girl was like, what's the point? Like, when I like them, they don't like me, and when they like me, I don't like them. And it's like, I was cracking the fuck up, because it's true. Like, you be like, you dating them, then you don't like them at first, because you like, you know, whatever. And then they kind of get you to start paying them some attention, and you like them. Then you like them. Then they start acting all stupid like they don't like you. And then you be like, well, fuck it then. Then you stop liking them. Then they like you again. Then you like, man, get the fuck out of here. This is kid shit. Like, we too big. You can't be at school pretending you don't like me and then hit me and run, but you really like me. That's dumb. That's so dumb. Like, my baby daddy said, his chick was the girl. He said, I don't know what her problem is. He said, I do everything to make her happy. And then he's like, but she pretends not to be happy. And I'm just like, what are we doing? It's like cat and mouse, you know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is, there's a lot of women out here that like challenges, a lot of men that like a challenge. At the end of the day, it's ridiculous. You either fuck with somebody or you don't. And you, ladies, please understand this. If you have a man in your life that you care for, or you have taken a liking to, or you are in absolutely, man, these people keep going, absolutely and utterly in love with him, right? Let's just say all of the above, whatever. If you are or you aren't, but if you have somebody that you just, it's your person, right? To you, and they stand out of all the crowds of people, and they're not giving you what you need. You're finding that, you know, the things that they said that when they came in love bomb and all that shit that they told you, those things aren't actually happening or coming to pass. Because if that's what that man wants to do, he's going to do it. He's not going to just talk. He's going to actually be doing it. So you got to pay attention. So if he's not doing those things, right? And maybe he's kind of eased up on how he was treating you before. Ladies, please listen to me. Don't go into the mode where you feel like you gotta chase him, or you gotta be like, well, why doesn't he like me as I'm not good enough? Man, no, listen. He's not ready. He's having second thoughts. He's got other chicks in the cut. He's got friends in his ear. Family in his ear. You know, he's still weak. He's still not completely rose up and stood up in his because a man is gonna go after what he wants, whatever that is. And he's not gonna pretend he don't want it. That's weak shit. See, men that are men, like they know what they want. They don't give a fuck what's nobody saying or who said what, and they go after what the fuck they want, and they stand in their shoes and they stand on that shit. You don't want nobody less than that. If he's doing those things, if he's easily swayed, if he's easily manipulated by other people, like, you don't want a weak ass nigga. So let that man walk. Don't start beating yourself up about who you are, because at the end of the day, people, like, when we don't work out, sometimes when we don't work out, we literally, and I've done it, where you really, like, it's a self-esteem hit. But instead of looking at it like we just don't mix, we don't match. And even if you do match and you got chemistry, that's unrequited. That is not enough to hold somebody. Passion and chemistry, we only wish that it was. But that person has to love you. And they have to be ready to love you. And they need to know what love is and how to love. And all of those things have to be in alignment. If those things are not in alignment, that relationship cannot go anywhere, and it's going to go dead. It's going to be ghosted. Somebody's going to ghost somebody. Somebody's going to stop talking to somebody because that person is not ready. And the other person that is ready needs to understand, okay, they just wasn't ready. It's nothing wrong with me. It's nothing wrong with me. They just wasn't ready, and maybe this wasn't it, or maybe this just wasn't supposed to work. Instead, we just be mad. We don't want them to be happy with the next person. We mad at them because they with somebody else. Like, man, fuck it. If that's working for them, let that shit work. But to be honest, ladies, a lot of them are not with the one. Most men, and I'm gonna tell you, when they can't stand up, but this is stupid that these people call this much. This is school people. I signed up for something on an accident. But anyway, so that made me lose my train of thought. But yeah, so if they not ready, they just not ready. You can't make them be ready, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be mad. But what I was gonna say is, most women that are real women that stand their ground, and not nasty women that's cussing you out. I'm talking about just stand their ground. Like, no, I don't think this is. I don't want to join the circus. You know what I'm saying? You are a fucking walking carnival with all these fucking bitches. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a part of no team. So I'm just kindly letting you know I opt the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Go do your little life, whatever you want to do. I hate that we couldn't do what it is. But see, you're not fitting into what I need and what I said I wanted. You're not fitting into what we talked about. So now it's like, it's a little hurtful. It's a little blow. But okay, you take your hit and you keep moving. But this is what they do. And this is true shit, because I know them. I'm friends with too many men, so I know. They go and they find somebody else that they can settle with to keep them okay emotionally. But they really they want this particular woman that they felt like they couldn't handle, or they felt like they weren't ready for. Like, I've had a man tell me, I don't feel like my money long enough. But he was doing well for himself. I felt like that too as a woman. And I'm a woman. I don't really like to come to the table like needy. I don't want to need you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that. And then when I do open up, there's been times I've opened up financially in that way, and I be feeling like crazy. So I'd be like, I gotta have my shit. Like, I'd rather just be single until I know I'm where I want to be financially, because I don't want to feel like I'm relying on a man. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't mind, I want to rely on him. I want to be safe and feel safe to do so, but I don't want that to be like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but women, ladies, they are with another chick and they are not in love with them completely. They really love you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. And that's another selfish trait that they have. Stubbornness will keep you from your happiness. And I learned that because I'm stubborn. And and I'm not saying that just for relationships. There's a lot of things that you could be stubborn about that could keep you from where you're supposed to be. And you're like praying. You sitting there praying for the thing to come your way and be a part. You want to be in this space in your life, right? You're praying for it, but you're being stubborn in other areas that's keeping you from where you're trying to be at, if that makes sense. And it's ridiculous. So even my sister, I told her, she's finally with somebody that she really, really loves. And I knew that she really, really loved him. I knew she did. And I knew that he really, really loved her. And it's so sad because they prolonged it for so long being stubborn. And it was a lot of, I'm sure it was like other things, other things were in the way. But I'm just saying the overall sum of it all was being stubborn. And not giving in to this love that is real, that you really want this person. You can't see your life without them, and you're just being stubborn. You're like, what? Telling yourself you don't want them, just lying, And I told her I said, everything's gonna be fine now because you're being true. You're being truthful and you're being true to yourself. Everything is fine now. When you're off that path of your truth, it's like all kind of bumps. Like the road be so damn bumpy. You be like, God damn, look me out. Where the next goddamn exit at? Because I gotta get the fuck. I'm on the wrong road. Clearly. This is a bad ride. I want to get off. So, yeah. So, ladies, just Be you, stand your ground, and be on the lookout. If they're not ready, they're going to let you know through their actions. Not through the words. Because the words, they love bomb you. Love bombing is basically coming in fast, 55 hot. You on a mission. You got them, like they focused in on you and they're like bombing, like saying everything you want to hear, doing everything you want them to do. Love, 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 love. Boom, 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 boom. And then you just like, and then once you see the smoke clear, you like, man, you bullshit. Because now, once they got you, you notice that shit starts to subside. Just give what you can give. Just give a little. Don't give a lot. Just give a little, ladies. Because honestly, it's going to backfire if you don't pay attention. Because he's going to let you know if he's ready or not. Like, he's going to let you know. Because he ain't going to go nowhere. He just going to always fucking be there. No matter what. And even if you try to get rid of that motherfucker, he's still going to be there. You be like, God damn, why the fuck are you here? He's still going to be there. Oh, no goddamn well. And I admire that. You know, I admire men go after what they want. Now, am I saying be a damn dummy and a dodo, men, and chase after a woman that you know clearly is not fucking with you? No, I didn't say be a fucking dummy, okay? I'm saying I like men to stand up for what the fuck they say they want, and they go after that shit and they get that shit, whatever it is. Because it is like you can have a really good team with them. See, men and women I feel like we're supposed to be a team, a good team, because the men help us balance out and we help them balance out, and then I feel like we can build so much shit together. It's ridiculous. It's like I want that so bad I could taste it. But you gotta have the foundation. It has to be right first. Are y'all gonna bump heads and things are gonna be ugly? And I'm not saying things are gonna be perfect. You're supposed to bump heads here and there. That's a part of learning each other and finding out who each other is, and then finding out what makes them happy and tick, so you can figure out how to make them be happy. You know, I don't want to ever purposely do things that make my partner upset with me, or I'm not a saint. I'm a bitch, you know, sometimes, and I do have little ways that I say things that could be very, you know, rude. I don't mean to be rude though. They tell me that it comes off rude because I guess I'm being blunt. So I'm not trying to be rude, but I say what it is. That's what it is. Like I'm just gonna say what it is, what things are, how I see it, how it's presented to me in my face. So sometimes that could be very disheartening. It could turn men off because and not men but boys. But that's what I know. Like I know women test men, and we have to test you guys. And it's not that we're setting out like, oh, I'm gonna test him, because I'm never maliciously trying to test you. I'm just watching to see what are you gonna do. And if I see that you about to crash, I'm not finna go with you. I'm going the other way. I'm out. You at the circus and shit. I gotta go. I can go to the circus and have a little fun, but like, I'm not gonna be at no circus every day. That's out. No way, Jose. You ain't taking me on no dumbass ride, okay? Oh, I need somebody who knows what they want and where they're heading. Who is this? Okay. So, yeah. So, ladies, man, this is too long. But, yeah, selfishness. We all can be selfish. Women can be selfish at times, too. We actually have to learn how to be selfish because, again, that's not in our nature. Men are selfish by nature. They think of themselves first. They learn to not be selfish. And then they have to get to a point where they want to be that way. And ladies, you have to watch and wait and see. And you can also, you can watch him and you can see when a man wants to be better. And you just help him. When he wants it, shit, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. I love y'all. Till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all.